up, guys? Welcome back to the Extended Cast. I'm John Sanchez, back here with my good friend, fresh off the EDC camp life.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Shiloh Hurd.
AKA Shy Smooth. Yes, indeedy. Hello, everybody. I'm back and better as ever.
Back and better than ever?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have survived. I am healed. I am recovered from
You're
this
healed?
past weekend. Yes, sir.
You sure about that?
Yes. My now 5 brain cells.
That workout that we just did, right? Say it differently.
It's okay. We're not here to talk about the workout, John. We're here to talk about this
We can't
good
talk about
topics we have today.
We can talk about the workout a little bit. we got some time to talk about the workout a little bit.
I finished the workout. That's all that matters. It's just like life, huh, everybody? As long as you finish what you start, that's all that matters.
But if you sweating and dying,
I'll take it.
You know what? There's no sacrifice. I mean, there's no victory without any sacrifice. So
that's a fact.
there we go.
That's a fact, brother. So yeah,
we were supposed to have Matt on here. Where's Matt?
That's a good question.
Where's
finding
Matt?
him is like finding where's Waldo. At this point, we got to put out a little Amber Alert for him.
I know he was supposed to be here. I was looking forward to having him on here, but till next time.
Next time.
But yeah, so let's talk about EDC for your birthday.
Yeah, dude.
I think we talked about a little bit about your last episode.
Yeah, we did. I was very excited going into, I had a few people I wanted to see, but since I'm relatively still new to the EDM kind of lifestyle and kind of everything else, I just came in with like an open scope, and honestly, it was probably the best birthday weekend I've ever had from the sense of, coming into this big area. It was beautiful. The presentations everywhere, every single stage looked great. I'm like listened to different artists I wouldn't think would like be so hard, and they were beautiful. So yeah, dude. I mean, saw Porter Robinson. I saw Jaws. I even saw Mr. Diesel, Mr. Shaq.
So he does EDC.
He brought out LeBron. I didn't get to see
brought
that.
LeBron?
Yeah,
really?
He brought out LeBron. The most random thing, but it was.
LeBron was there?
Yeah, Mr. The GOAT.
What?
And then
that's weird.
But
that's
for
really
me,
weird.
one of the best sets was Jaws. Especially because I haven't seen Snoop Dogg, so for him to bring out Snoop for the first 30, and then his set going into the sunrise, you couldn't beat that. So, like I said, it's one of those that will forever stick with me, and I know I'll probably go back, whether it's Las Vegas, but most likely either EDC Mexico or like Miami or something like that. Like switch it up.
I hear EDC Brazil is nuts.
Oh.
I hear EDC Brazil is nuts.
I might fall in love with somebody and never return. That's the
EDC
problem.
Brazil is nuts, I've heard.
So yeah, brother, great weekend overall. It was a blessing.
Yeah, let's talk about the schedule wise, because some people get confused with EDC. EDC goes all the way. Like it starts at 5 o'clock in the afternoon or at night, and it goes all the way to 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Different animal. Very different animal.
So yeah, I mean, technically the gates would kind of open at like 7 o'clock. You can get there a little earlier.
Yeah.
But a lot of the main performances are starting around 7 or 8. But yeah, dude, that my body, no matter how much I worked out and everything, it was just taxing.
No, that's just fatigue. Like you gotta think about it, you're partying for almost 12 hours straight.
12 hours.
If you do the whole festival,
mm-hmm.
So it's just like it's a different animal. So yeah, like you said, first 2 days were solid, and then with the third day you just
my body said no mas. Tapped out a little bit, but it's all good.
Yeah.
I had a great ending.
Ending.
It was fine. Yeah, brother. So
you were under the electric sky.
I was very much under that electric sky answer.
The electric sky. It's so cringe. Like I remember, like when we were like in college and shit. Like it would be just the most like influencer, like basic thing to do. Like what would you go to a festival and be like, I can't believe I'm under the electric sky, and like really posting that shit. So like anytime I think of like EDC and they're just like the fireworks, I'm like, you're under the electric sky.
Like the little SpongeBob meme?
Yeah. Electric sky.
Yeah, that was cool, bro. We would definitely recommend that to anybody listening that, if you're kind of into the EDM scene but not really, just go. go see the environment. Like I said, the numbers came out almost 500,000 people, about 520,000 actually attended EDC in total.
I believe it.
Only 17 arrests, I believe. Only and only like 30 something citations. When you think about it, 500,000 people, only 17 arrests.
That's funny. Yeah.
The whole, you know what I'm saying? So
that's funny.
I like that, and 0 deaths, by the way.
What about monkeypox cases?
Lord Jesus.
Have you heard about that?
There's always something, good sir.
There is, right?
There's always something.
I don't have enough information about monkeypox to say what it is.
Yeah,
but I just saw the meme.
Grandpappy on that one. I'm like, hey.
I just saw the meme and it was like a whole bunch of Europeans got like monkeypox from having sex at a European rave, and then it was like, damn, anyone that went to EDC, y'all are fucked. So that was interesting to me. I saw that, but all right, so good weekend overall. What's new with Shiloh? I see you're repping the brand, the Alpha Dogs.
Yeah, my Alpha Dog is the only shirt, man. I'm really getting creative with it. I have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of things, under my Shy Smooth kind of brand that I'm really gonna push.
The Shy Smooth brand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna do all different types from godly quotes to inspirational lifestyle quotes to even just funny sayings.
We need to get Shiloh on his Eric Thomas flow.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna get Shiloh on his Eric Thomas flow.
Like I said,
I need you to start getting that speaking voice.
Hey.
Where's that speaking voice?
Oh, it's here. Shout out to E.T. the hip hop preacher, one of my actual literal idols in the standpoint of not only motivation but how to be a man in today's society. So. I'm coming. I'm building my base. I want to make sure I have all the ducks in order.
And I'm gonna give a little shout out here because I don't know how many people are familiar with him. The internet sensation that is Mr. Kevin Samuels. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to Kevin Samuels.
R.I.P. Kevin.
That man was a savage.
Yes.
That man roasted some women.
Yes.
That man was
outlandish things, both
heartless. No, I'm gonna be honest. That man was raw, truthful. He said the things that needed to be said.
Yes.
He said the things that needed to be said.
Yes.
But R.I.P. to that man because he's a real one.
Yeah.
You may not like him, but very, very straight up.
Yeah. He says some truth. To figures like that, I will always say, you look at everyone objectively. Where there's some truth, there is some bad to it. Was he always right? No. But he did shed light to men especially, but also to women on like issues and certain ideologies that some women don't want to confront.
Yeah.
They don't want to talk about certain things because you're going to get backlash, especially coming from a man. You're going to get some backlash. Talking about a woman's lifestyle. What they need to change and or why they're not as successful as they can be within relationships or anything else. So some don't want to hear that. They're going to feel like a man is stepping over his boundaries or trying to obstruct their life or whatever. When in fact he's just shedding light on it. So
he's giving you the reason why. Like it's kind of like how I look at it in my aspect. Like when I get a client that tells me like, I'm not seeing results, or I'm not seeing like this or like that. It's like, okay, well, this is what you're doing. You're going out and eating McDonald's. You're going out and having alcohol. You're over here partying and not following your workout plan. You're not following your look at that. So this is why you're not doing it. So this is why you don't have the result. Oh, well, that's not fair. Like I'm doing this, or I'm trying this, or I'm trying that. Okay, but you're not doing this. Mm-hmm. This is what you're not doing. I'm telling you what you're not doing. I'm telling you where you're at right now. And this is why you're not getting that result. And it's the same thing in relationship-wise. Like, if you're not finding the partner, if you're not finding that person that you want, look at what you're doing. Are you attracting that? Are you attracting someone that what you want, that you have these expectations, you have these standards for, is where you're at right now at that level for that standard? And if it's not, then you need to work on yourself before you start going and having those expectations. And I think that's what he was really good about, is like being realistic about where people were at in their life. Like, you want to sit here and go after somebody that's making 100 plus K a year, that wants to have a family, that wants to go on vacations and like have your family's stuff paid for. And it's like, well, you're over here having 2 different baby daddies, 3 kids, and that's what you want. And it's like, not saying you're wrong with your situation, but you have to be realistic about it. Like, most people that are successful, that are making that kind of money, like, they want to have a life with somebody that they can build, not someone that already has a life.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and to that point, because we've had some women, have children young by some horrible men, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't put that on them, but it's the bounce back, because
They
like you
can.
said, so
They can.
so to my point about you want that 100K guy. Yes, you have 2 kids, or whatever, different baby daddies. Maybe one, he's just a lame-o, which we see all the time, and shout out to women that pretty much have to become the dad. But it's about that grind mode. So if you have 2 kids, but you're out there grinding, you're still going to college, if you can still do that, if you can muster that, and you're making a good life for yourself, and you present yourself in that manner to which you're going to get that, then that's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
But if you entertain bums, then
Mm-hmm.
guys like us that are continuing to build and have a successful career, and we don't want basic women and everything else. If I see you're entertaining bums, I'm not going to entertain you. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
So what do you think these men of higher quality than even I and you that got way more going on for ourselves, if they see you slap dick and just doing the basic, like in all seriousness, like if you entertain and if you are mediocrity, you can't expect to be rich and fulfilled.
Yeah. And that's what I'll kind of go back on as of my statement and say like, yeah, like I'm not saying that because you have the luxury you're not going to go get that, but like you got to think about it like how you said, if you're in school, you're educated, you have a job, you're basically self-sufficient. Like you're already paying for your kids, you're already taking care of all that stuff on top of what you're doing. Then yeah, you're probably going to attract a higher level person because someone like how you like us is going to see that and be like, damn, they got their shit together. Like they don't need me. They don't need me. Like they're not dependent on me. So it's like they can operate and do stuff like like someone like that is gonna get a higher quality person. But like that. I think and this is what Ken's able to do a lot is like these women were like they just want someone to take care of them. Like they think just because like they look good, because they get all done up and like they're bad or whatever. Like hey, I should just go have a man that'll take care of me. And it's like
entitlement.
Yeah,
entitlement. But that's where our generation and the newer generation, every single generation, I feel like for the next few, until we're about 50 to 60, and then we see where entitlement gets these youngins into a lot more trouble, into a lot of more things to where these new reforms are going to come into place. Entitlement is huge now.
Yeah.
It's just huge. It's huge for both women and men. And then I'm going to touch on men in a second because it's not like it's just when women nowadays making these horrible choices or whatever, we just got to come on to that and speak truth. But yeah, I mean, it's just literally crazy to me. How is it? And even with guys, it's like we expect.
And you can reverse the roles. It's like the same thing. Like there's some guys out there that are just like you said, bums that don't do anything, but like they expect that they should get to be taken care of because like whether it's their parents coddled them and they were taking care of their mom. Like the joke is like, oh, like I'm never gonna find a woman as good as my mom was. Yeah, because your mom fucking worshipped the ground you walked and did everything for you. Like there's no woman that's gonna ever want like as a partner that's ever gonna want to do that, where they're gonna worship the ground you walk and do everything for you.
And then here's the thing also. Yeah. When I call people bums, people just think it's about poorness.
No.
Being a bum is a mentality. Yeah. It's a lifestyle. I know a lot of guys.
Yeah, there are a lot of bums that have a lot of money.
Make a lot of money, but can't pull a good woman worth a lick. That can't literally sustain good friendships.
Mm-hmm.
Bum mentality. You making all that bread, but when the rubber meets the road, you can't execute. You can't talk to a woman with respect and with proper etiquette to get that good class. When you think you just gonna throw a couple bands, take her to Mama Por Dios and Rancho, and just shower her and be like, I'll never forget about that. I was gonna drop a whole check on that girl.
Shiloh, talk about that.
No, I ain't talking about that. But anyway.
So let's go back. What's the restaurant called? What's the restaurant?
Mama Por Dios.
Okay.
Rancho.
So funny story about that. Well, that was like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Shiloh was all hyped up. He was like, he came in that week and he was like, yo, I feel like going now, like getting dressed up. I'm gonna tell my girl to get dressed up. I'm gonna tell her to look the best she can. And I'm gonna take her to this nice restaurant.
Disclaimer: tell my friend.
Your friend?
Yeah, tell her
okay.
friend.
All right.
There you go.
Well, whatever she is, whatever if it's a friend.
It is my good friend. But yes, told her to get dressed up. I heard a lot of people talk about Mama Por Dios. They're like, hey, great spot. Take a female. Bet.
Yeah.
But then I kind of realized I was
so the whole week, Shiloh was hyping it up to me and Reg. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do this, and then he came in Friday morning.
I came in Friday with newfound information that it is not as cheap as I thought, which I am not no broke fella, but I'm a baller on a budget.
Yeah.
So, and
So
especially if this is going to be the first time me and the lady are going to
First of
hang
all,
out.
your friend.
Yeah.
Your friend. That's all time.
Be the first time my friend would hang out.
Taking out your friend for a couple hundred.
Yeah,
That's a good. Hey, Shiloh, you a good friend.
Well, it's going to be more than a couple hundred because I like to drink. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, that decision went away. I ended up going to Heroes in Riverside. That was an amazing time.
Heroes.
Great, it's a great place. Great drinks, big food. But yeah, I think I saved about $300
All right, cool. For a friend.
Yes, indeed.
Just friend.
Hey, if you're my friend, you get love. You get love.
I guess so, Shiloh. I guess so. So, anything else?
I think we're good there. I think we can touch on some sports real quick, man. Let's go ahead. We're Laker fans, so let's just knock out Mr. Ham. How you feeling about that?
I was ecstatic. I was at the Angel game last night when I got that news, and I was just like, good. We finally did this thing right.
Mm-hmm.
We finally made a move that makes sense. We finally made a move that I feel like, in basketball terms, is going to be very beneficial. Darvin Ham, a little bit from what I know about him, is dude's been a player, been a coach, been a student in the game of basketball for a long time. So there's a wealth of experience there. Mm-hmm. He was on our 2020 championship coaching staff, so there's relationships there. He, from what it seems like, has a really good relationship with LeBron. AD.
Really good, yeah. He shouted him out with all them damn emojis. I mean, I hope so.
Yeah, so.
GM.
So legit, yeah. So I mean, that's big right there. Having someone that can work with LeBron, having someone that has really respect in the league already with players. That's always a big thing. Because if you have a coach that has that relationship and respect with players already, I'm not gonna say it's the only thing that matters. Mm-hmm. But when you have the respect of a leader, a real actual leader, someone that can be in the locker room and you can go to him as a man and know what his qualities are, know what he's about. Mm-hmm. I think it goes a long way, and having guys want to play for that guy, because guys there'll be certain players that will play for their coach. They're not there to play for the organization. They're not there to play for they're getting paid regardless. Mm-hmm. But if they know that their guy's job's on the line, or they know their guy needs that, then they'll play a little bit harder. And I think Darvin Ham fits that kind of mold of guys that people will want to play for. Mm-hmm. And like I said, it's always good when you have someone that's been in their shoes, that's been a player in the league. So basketball-wise, I like the move. Apparently, he's trying to get a couple of people on staff with former head coaching experience. Mm-hmm. So that'll be good.
Well, I hope it's his choice.
I hope so too.
And not Genie again, because Genie was the one.
Well,
that told
when we say Genie, it's Rambuses. Let's be honest. When it comes to basketball, it's Rambuses.
Yeah. Well, either way, it's her final choice. She's letting the Rambuses run the show. So.
It isn't, like I said, let him do what he's going to do. I look at it this way. You have a window. You have about a 2-year window at max.
2 years of LeBron.
That's
LeBron. Exactly what we have.
Yeah. So let them do what they're going to do with this team. You don't need to have any guy in place, he could be the post. What does it matter? You thought you were going to have that with Jason Kidd, and you guys let Jason Kidd go.
You let him walk forever.
Yeah, you let him walk. So
nothing, and then look what he did with Luka.
Yeah. So it's just... I just let LeBron, let Darvin Ham, let Rob do what they're going to do with this team, and
because Russ is staying.
Russ is staying. And I'm like, I'm not. This is where I'm going to be honest. I'm not opposed to it. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to mortgage our future to get rid of him. We literally had to have a first-round draft pick. We haven't had any assets in how many years because of the AD trade, and not to knock the AD trade, but I think having Russ one more year versus trying to get rid of him and get rid of a whole bunch of assets is the wrong way to go.
So pretty much, Russ is still a B+ player in the league, so we can't get 2 C players.
And I'm gonna be honest. Like, if you look at Vogel, like I said, I think Vogel is a good coach, but Vogel's system this is the fault of the GM and the front office. What Vogel on the run, he didn't have the players for. So you were putting Russ in a system that isn't meant for him. And another thing is you take out the thing that he's best at as a primary ball handler. That's LeBron. So you take that out of him for him. So of course he's not going to have a great year. So we'll see. I know a big part of the interview process was, hey, how can you make Russ effective? How can you use Russ and make him a part of this team and make it beneficial? So we'll see with Darvin Ham. So, like guys, I'm not. Do I want him there on that team? No, but I would rather suck it up for the year, see if they can make it work, than give a whole bunch of assets and just move him for 1 year.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense.
I completely agree with everything you said. We're seeing a trend in the NBA. Former players are getting these coaching jobs, which isn't new, but they're having higher success rate. The Steve Kerrs, the Udoka for Boston, Jason Kidd coming back, learning his lesson from the Milwaukee days. Now he's with Dallas. Literally changed Luka's whole thing.
Yeah,
he got these boys to the Western Conference Finals with a whole bunch of guys that just became bums again. Yeah, except for Brunson. Brunson got him a bag this playoffs. Brunson. That's a guy I am proud of. Yeah. Wow, Brunson. So when you look at it, him, they said, is going to give a strong defensive approach because they said, look at what he helped do with Giannis. Look at what he helped do with Holiday coming in, getting his offense attack better. Look what he helped do with Middleton. You feel me? Certain guys, Dellavedova, all these guys that had progressed under him, and of course the Milwaukee coach,
Budozer.
Yeah, but they speak. Everybody speaks highly of him. Yeah. So you come in. I'm going to say this right now. Lakers will be top 15 in defensive efficiency this year.
I can't make that. I can't make that statement until
I will say that because we're going to get younger. I feel like we're going to cut half our roster. We're going to get younger.
We only have 400 guys under contract.
Huh?
We only have 400 guys under contract.
Goodbye. Dwight Howard. We have Dwight Howard. We have.
I can't sit here and say that.
Malik Monk is coming back.
I hope Malik. I'm cool. The two people I'm cool coming back are Malik and Carmelo.
It's Malik. Maybe Carmelo.
I'm cool Carmelo coming off because you need someone. He's still a walking bucket.
Yeah.
He's still a walking bucket.
He is a walking bucket, but we need at least 3 to 4 new young dudes. They're going to bring Austin Reeves back, of course. He's a young gun. He tried his best, but we need.
I would be cool with none too.
We need a young
big. Didn't play.
We need a young big, and we need a 3-and-D guy. We need a wing player that can lock up. And
I'm curious is
I want Pat Bev too.
No, I don't want Pat Bev.
I want Pat Bev.
What do you want Pat Bev
Give
for?
me a dog for.
Where does Pat, let me ask you this: where does Pat Bev fit in with having Russ?
Defensive dog. Coming off the bench. Have him come off the bench. We need another runner. We need somebody to light a fire under our butts. A little.
I think, but what I'll say is I think that works better for younger guys. That's not going to work for AD. That's not going to work for LeBron. That's not going to work for Russ.
AD needs motivation. He's the most unmotivated man ever.
He's not going to listen to Patrick Beverley.
Well, you need to listen to somebody.
Yeah.
Well, no,
that's LeBron.
I'm not saying he's the pinnacle for us to be the voice and the leader, but you just need a dog. He's not an alpha dog.
That's my thing is I just don't see him fitting on with the roster we have with LeBron and AD and Russ, especially, him and Russ' history. I said,
I want him coming off the bench.
I don't see that fit. Well, even if he comes off the bench, it's just like how many minutes does he play?
He's still gonna give me 15 minutes. He'll still give me 15 minutes, and when he comes in, he's on somebody's ass. Okay. He's on the best point guard or shooting guard on their butts. Now, of course, is he still the elite defender that he was? No, but like I said, if free agency comes around, we don't have draft picks, so it's like if free agency comes around and we can't get some of these younger guys. Yes, he's older. Yes, that's not where we want to go. But I'm saying for depth reasons, if we can't give us, you give me a little bit of Pat Bev. And plus,
I'm not a fan.
Plus, you'll sell tickets.
I know. Who's he gets out tickets to? Former Clippers fans? Old Clipper fans?
All the Pooh Shiesty boys out there.
All the old Clipper fans? Pat Bev.
Old Clipper fans. The Clippers made the playoffs this year, though.
The Clippers made the playoffs. What did they do with it? What did they do with it?
love this.
They always make the playoffs. So what do they do with it? Let's look at this, okay? Because I hold this receipt forever and ever and ever. Oh, we got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, we're gonna own the West for the next decade.
Yep. They said that.
How's that working for y'all?
They said that was the next Jordan and Pippen.
How's that working for y'all?
Kawhi took the whole season off.
Kawhi took the whole season off. Paul George over here freaking hurting this thing every fucking other month.
Yeah, because he has to carry a team with his banged up body. I mean, hey, but like I said, Reggie Jackson.
I respect.
I respect Reggie Jackson.
No, I respect the Clippers.
Reggie Jackson is a baller.
I respect the Clippers organization because, like I said, they've had success. But I mean, at the same time,
the owner can spend some money.
Ballmer.
Is it Mr. Ballmer?
Yeah, Ballmer. They have Jerry West there, or no? They have Jerry West there.
They do.
So I respect.
Jerry West hates us ever since.
I would hate us too if I was Jerry West. I would hate us too. Have I said in the podcast about the front office? You look at what the Lakers front office has done in the past 10 years, and our championship season was an anomaly. Every other year that we've played basketball, we've been horrible.
In essence, yeah. I don't know. When was the last time we finished top 3 in the West?
We did the year we won championship. That was an anomaly, though.
Yeah,
that was an anomaly year.
Yeah, so besides that year,
that was an anomaly
I can't say. We would have to go to the Kobe, right? You'd have to go to what? The mid-20s?
So the 2011 season, I think we were like a 4 or 5. And then we got the Dwight and Steve Nash in 2012, and I think we were like the 8th seed. Like we barely got in. So other than that, we have not been great. So from an organization standpoint, Clippers are much more well run from a basketball standpoint than the Lakers, but it's still fuck the Clippers. They haven't done anything, accomplished anything.
That's a fact. All right, so we touched on our beautiful Lakers and everything else.
Beautiful until I see the roster. I'm happy. Like I said, we're in the right direction, but until I see what the roster looks like, I'm not sold. Because they could do the same thing. The same thing they did to Vogel is because the same thing they could do to him. If they don't get the guys needed that will fit his team.
Stop bringing in old guys. That's my thing.
Old
guys that don't play defense.
But this is my biggest thing is since we've had LeBron, we have not gone an abundance of shooters. That has been our biggest Achilles heel. Is we have not brought in we brought in Danny Green, we brought in Malik Monk, like we've brought in single shooters, but we've never just surrounded LeBron with a bunch of shooters to take that load off of him, because that's literally where our Achilles heel is right now. Is LeBron has to go and play like freaking Heat LeBron because we fall down when he's on the game, or we can't get hot and make open shots. So then LeBron has to go take over the game, gets tired, gets fatigued, and then ends up hurt. We need guys that can hit open shots or can hit tough shots so that we're not constantly trying to play from behind or play catch up, and LeBron's not having to go play out like a freaking 20-year-old when the man's in his 18th year. It shouldn't be that way.
And then we don't need Street Coach Davis to be on street clothes. That's
just AD taking care of his body.
Paid.
Yeah.
He got paid to relieve this man's stress. LeBron has aged probably 2 more seasons because Anthony Davis has not been healthy. Yeah. The reason why we won the chip was because Anthony Davis was healthier. Yeah. Healthier. Mm-hmm. And then the year after that, we lose in the playoffs when we should have beaten the Suns because AD was hurt again. Yeah.
So that's why we did. Yeah, we did. But like I said, we need shooters. We're look at what Golden State's doing right now. Let's go. Yeah, let's go into the conference finals.
We
so let's look at what Golden State's doing.
So Golden State, to touch on them, all they needed was their health back. Yeah, they got their health, and they have a solid young core.
They got shooters.
Jordan Poole, beautiful development. Beautiful. Kuminga is someone they don't talk about. He's really good. Yep.
Kevon Looney. Those rebounds came in clutch.
Looney gets paid. He's like, oh, you guys want me to play more than 15 minutes today? Cool, I'll do it. Oh, you guys want me to play 2 minutes? Go, I'll do it. Yeah. So Golden State, we give them credit. Great development along with great stars that are finally healthy. Yeah. And I'm proud of Steph Curry. He's proved in this playoffs that he's not flaking, that even though he hasn't had the best shooting woes, all of Golden State have it. Golden State should have got bounced by Memphis.
But that's what I go back to is like because they have so many good shooters on their team, Steph doesn't have to have a lights out game for them to be competitive or for them to win games.
That's true.
It doesn't all have to be on Steph.
Mm-hmm. Which is great. I mean, and then that's how you construct the team. So you had that. Now, of course, for the East, we had Jimmy Buckets. I love the phrase "Himmy Buckets." It's literally ingrained into my.
Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is one of my favorite players. Jimmy Butler is one. I wish we would have signed him, but
he is the closest to the Jordan mentality, to that dog Mamba mentality that we have in a game. A guy that.
I know a lot of people will be like, oh, like I think Russell Westbrook's the closest like to Kobe. And I was like, no, it's Jimmy Butler.
No,
you look at Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's a straight dog.
Because you look at it, because having the mentality isn't being inefficient, isn't being turnover driven.
Also, Russell Westbrook has heart.
Yes,
but like when I talk about like that dog to where like I will will my way to a freaking game. I will will my way to a freaking.
I will carry my team.
I will go in your face and spit on you, and if it means that we have to win, like that's Jimmy Butler.
Yes. See, this man, because Bam didn't show up again. They don't have Tyler Hero. Everybody's hurt.
Yeah.
That man literally off a hurt knee, and he said it post game when he said, "Did D-Wade talk to him and everything else?" Before the game. Nobody cares when you're out on that basketball field. It's just like on the football field, unfortunately. When you go out there, whether you're banged up, broken, anything, nobody cares because you're out there playing, which means that you are okay enough to play. You made that big boy decision. And he went out there after having 2 bum games. He's been hurt or whatever, and he comes out, drops 47. That's literally amazing. That's I see a lot of comparisons to Game 6 LeBron when LeBron did that to the Boston Celtics when they were down 3-2. It's perfect comparison. I believe it's a beautiful perfect comparison because that's literally what happened. I mean, he had a virtuoso performance, but here's the thing: is it done now? You feel me? He did so much to get them to Game 7.
We'll see.
Is it going to be over now? Because Tatum, Udoka, all those guys, they're going to put the clamps on them.
It's a home game though. So Game 7 in Miami, FTX Arena. That's where you show that. That's the biggest lights
in the finals prior to this series, and they've gotten blown out of their waters twice now.
Yeah, but it's the biggest lights, the biggest stakes there. That's where the dogs come out. We'll see. We'll see if the dogs of the Heat come out or the dogs of the Celtics come out.
And this is where team basketball, because the Miami Heat were number 1 in defense efficiency as well as number 1 shooting the 3-pointer. But both, I mean, from the standpoint of that. So to me, it's like, is anybody coming with Jimmy Butler? Is anybody going to come along? Is Bam Adebayo going to not be a basic dude? Is Duncan Robinson? Where's Duncan Robinson? That man got like $67 million to chill, bro. He got that John Wall contract and just chilling. You tell me,
fair enough.
But it's because he can't play defense.
But you never know. He could show up. You never know. It's basketball. You never know who could show up.
So prediction then: who's winning Game 7?
Ooh. Is this like a more logical, or is it Kawhi wants to win?
That's exactly where I'm at because we're late.
Kawhi wants to win is the Heat.
Yes.
Kawhi wants to win is the Heat.
Without a doubt.
If I'm a betting man, if this is me looking at the odds. Trying to make a payout.
Looking at the team.
Based on injuries and performances. I mean, the Celtics are just more better. But I don't know. It's tough. It's really going to be tough because, like, this is one of those things to where, like, it's also about, like, how they come out and play. Because if the Heat come out and play like the last couple of times they've been in Miami, then, yeah, Boston's probably going to win. But like something finally clicks, or like they come out and play like the way they're supposed to play. It's like I would take Miami, but you just don't know that.
I'm putting $100 on Miami.
$100 on Miami. All right.
$100 on Miami because if they lose, I'll be a crying man. But then that means I'm putting $100 on Golden State. I'm till I die. I will not put nothing on the Celtics. Nothing on a horrible franchise, despicable
Fuck the
fans.
Fuck the Seas.
I feel like Stephen A. right now talking about Cowboy fans. That's how I feel about Boston Celtics fans. A bunch of crybabies, a bunch of spoiled crybabies. Respectfully.
Did you see the Saturday Night Live thing of First Take? Oh, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah,
they spoofed it. You're gonna have to watch it. they did such a good Stephen A. They did a good perk. They did a really good for Keenan. They did a really good perk.
I need to see that.
You know where Patrick Beverly needs to be? He needs to get his own TV show, Perk. Let's have those two good.
I feel like he's an instigator. Even when he's on television, all those you see like Stephen A. and them, how they just look at him and they're like,
JJ Redick would be having it with him, bro. JJ Redick just like what?
Like this guy?
Yeah.
Let's see. So we touched on that. Pretty much, bro. I want to go ahead and we were talking about this off of the podcast. I want to get it on here. Expectations for the Obi-Wan show. You've already started it.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead and tell the people here what your reaction was.
It's been Star Wars. I was a big fan of the prequel trilogy. Mm-hmm. Like it's funny too because like for so long people just hated and shitted on them for the prequel trilogy. But like the actors, like the story that's there, like I just love it. We grew up with it. I was a kid watching that stuff, and it was cool growing up on it. And so to be able to see Ewan McGregor come back and bring the Obi-Wan Kenobi character back to life, this is awesome. They did a really good job with the first 2 episodes. I don't want to spoil too much, but there's just a lot of callbacks to not only the prequel trilogy, but also like the original trilogy. And just little things that they do as far as like, I don't want to say spoilers, but like foreshadowing. So they do a lot of good foreshadowing with it. But so far, so good. 2 episodes down. If you haven't watched it yet, highly recommend it.
That's me right.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. Really good. Definitely some surprises in there that you guys will like.
I like that, man. And then, like I told you before, I'm the type of show watcher. I know there's people out there that are like me. I can't do the weekly waiting.
Okay.
The weekly waiting. I'm the type to where I get addicted real quick to a show. So if it's fire, I'm just literally saying it. Just like,
I get that too.
Next, and then if I gotta wait, I'm just sitting there, just like twiddling my thumbs. Just kind of like how we used to do it.
Yeah.
For a lot of our great shows.
And what I'll say is like I think I got used to that because for so long that's kind of what Netflix did is like they would just put the whole show and you could kind of binge watch it. And that's funny because it wasn't until The Mandalorian where they started doing like the week by week thing. So then I kind of got used to it. So like there's some shows where like I can do like for example Obi-Wan show, like I've been waiting for it for a while, so like I can sit here and wait and watch it like each week at a time. But like there's like a lot of shows where like I'm the same way to where I'm just like okay, I'm just gonna wait for it to finish and then I'll watch the whole thing. That's how I am with all the Marvel shows. Because what's cool about like the Marvel shows is like there's so much Marvel stuff now that for me it's just like I like to go back and watch certain things. And so when I go back and watch like old movies or I go back and watch like a movie, it's like, okay, let me go watch this TV show now. Because now that all this information is fresh in my mind, I can like correlate it better and like actually understand it. Versus like if I watched it like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago and I watched a TV show and I'm like, oh fuck, like what was that? Or like what can I remember that? So like yeah, I get your point coming from because like there's some stuff where I can watch and I'm like, okay, like I'm just gonna wait till it's done and then I'll watch it all. But in the case of like Obi-Wan, like I'm watching that shit every freaking Friday.
Good game. All right, yeah. So we got that. We talked about the new prequel to the Rogue One.
Oh yeah, the Andor series.
Yep.
It was a Star Wars. It was Star Wars celebration this weekend. Angel Game last night was Star Wars night. I got myself a little Shohei One Kenobi bobblehead. It was sick.
Shohei One Kenobi.
Yep.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, and the little Star Wars. It was cool though. Like they had like the whole Star Wars like theme going throughout the whole entire game. There was pictures of the players like on different Star Wars characters. They were playing like the music throughout the game, so it was cool. Good experience. But yeah, Star Wars Week is cool. Like you said, they're doing the Andor series, and then the new Jedi, the sequel to Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor's coming out.
Can't wait for that one.
They have a couple of shows being announced too. I think of the Ahsoka show.
Yep.
So a lot of Star Wars. You're a Star Wars nerd. Right now is an exciting time to.
It's exactly what you have been waiting for. So please go out and support. And in my personal opinion, I'm excited. Gosh, I mean, there's even the new Lord of the Rings show. I haven't even out. I don't know if it's out yet. That payroll per episode is crazy. So I want to see if that lives up to it or if that's absolute garbage. Because it is Amazon Prime. So Lord help me, I don't really have a lot of expectations. But yeah, dude. I mean, from movies to life, man. I feel like this week has been jam packed.
Yeah,
and, I'm excited for the future. The next time we do this podcast, we're actually gonna have the finals, NBA finals set in stone. We're gonna have another week closer.
So I think tomorrow, or no, Monday night, I think we changed it. So Monday I'm doing a podcast with Adrian and Clint. It's gonna be a wrestling podcast.
Ooh.
So we're talking a lot of wrestling.
Oh yeah.
So that would be good. And then I think the next one probably, hopefully we can get Matt on here. So I don't know where.
That is a hope and a prayer, good sir. I'm sending out the positive energy.
All right. But actually, no, we have our game.
Oh yes,
we have our game.
Yes, you want.
So we're gonna start incorporating some fun stuff on the podcast.
Just a few games.
Yeah, a few games. The one is this isn't anything too out of the ordinary. It ain't anything that's like we thought of on our own. But it's basically you gotta pick one, sleep with one, and you gotta kill one.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been thinking about mine. Charlie's been thinking about yours.
Oh, yes, indeed.
So, do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Oh, yes. I'll go ahead and tell you. So, I have Miss Eva Longoria.
Eva Longoria. Ooh, oldie.
Eva Longoria.
A classic. Okay.
Nice little classic one.
Are we talking about like now or like in a prime?
This is all prime.
Okay, prime. All right. Fair enough.
I'm talking prime Eva.
All right.
Prime J-Lo.
Prime J-Lo, okay.
And prime Halle Berry.
Prime Halle Berry. Ooh. Halle Berry's still in prime.
Halle
Berry's still in prime.
That lady's beautiful. See, I just wanted to give, just give our nice, beautiful, lovely, older ladies a little love. That's all.
Okay, I get it. They had the classical hour. Classical hour.
I'm a classical man.
So, that's tough. All right, so... Marry Halle Berry.
You marry
I'm marrying Halle Berry. Yeah.
That's a curveball to me, man.
I'm marrying Halle Berry.
Okay.
This is where it becomes tough. Oh, no, it's not that tough, actually. I'll sleep with Eva Longoria and I'll kill J-Lo. Here's the thing with J-Lo. J-Lo is bad, but how many men has she been through?
Well, this is prime J-Lo, so you got to discount half of them.
Still.
That's not. It's okay.
All right, a little curve. I'll throw a little curve in it. Ever since that South Park episode too, when I think J-Lo, I think of I'm Jennifer Lopez. The Carmelo hand puppet. The Carmelo hand puppet.
Yes.
So yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So what's yours then?
Oh, or for those three?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna marry Eva.
Eva Eric.
I'm gonna sleep with Halle, kill Jennifer Lopez. Yeah.
Okay. So what was so off about mine? What was so off about mine?
I'm marrying Eva Longoria. That's just my wife, right?
Even to marry Halle Berry?
I mean, compared to Eva, I mean that's just.
Eva's bad. Like I said, Eva's bad.
That's just my wife. She always has been, always will be. I mean, it's probably what my wife's gonna look like.
Is it? I'm gonna bring up something, but I'm not bringing it up on the pod. What we were talking about earlier. The roster is full.
Roster's never full for you.
All right. So then mine is gonna be. We got Natalie Portman. We'll go Beyonce. Okay. And then we'll throw a newer one into that.
Ooh.
And we will go Selena Gomez.
Marry Beyonce, sleep with Natalie Portman. Gonna have to kill Selena Gomez.
Really? For you, that's kind of surprising.
Killing Selena Gomez.
You're killing Selena Gomez?
Yes. Who run the world? Been wanting to marry Beyonce my whole life. Good to see you. You brought
you want to be you want to be what's it called? Hope.
I ain't a part of that. Marry Beyonce. That's exactly what I'm a part.
That's what you want to be.
Yes, indeed.
That's whose life you want.
Tag me in, coach. What about you, big dog?
Oh yeah, so mine's gonna be a little different. I'll marry Natalie Portman. Easy,
Okay, yeah.
easy call. Easy call. Easy call. And then I would sleep with Beyonce. And then I'd probably kiss them off. That's tough though.
You see?
That's tough.
You know, because you look at Selena's a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Great personality. When you look into her eyes, you probably see, an oasis of love.
I think that's what I'm seeing. I don't think I'm seeing oasis of love. Nah, okay, I'll go Beyonce. Beyonce's more of a legacy sealer for me. A legacy sealer.
Yep.
I'm the GOAT.
Literally.
If I pull that one off, I'm the GOAT. A greater performance than Jordan and game fucking 6 of
I'm wearing the Future Sensational shirt every single day I live. Sensational.
Yeah. Sensational.
Well, my friend, that was a good time. We're doing these games. Next time around, we're going to think of a different one.
Oh, yeah.
We're just going to keep this rolling, dude. Keep the good times rolling.
Keep it going. We gotta get Matt on here.
Yeah, whenever that is, like it's like
Get some Randy's on here.
Big dog Randy.
Big dog Randy.
Big dog.
The big dog Randy.
Yeah, the one that helped get me my name shot smooth.
What's on the game plan for this week, Shiloh?
Just in regards to life, or
yeah, what's life looking like?
Life is.
What are you excited for?
Bro, I'm excited to continue to grind for work. Get some stuff done with my car, and literally just work every day towards now. Goal is going to be Hard Summer in late July, as well as a family reunion that I'm going to be going to as well that week. My dad's side of the family do a family reunion once a year.
In Louisiana?
Louisiana, I've never been. Give me some gumbo. Find me a nice, beautiful woman. Find a nice, beautiful scenery.
Shiloh gonna come back looking like Zion. Shiloh's gonna come back looking like Zion. With that gumbo. Shiloh gonna come back. Damn, Shiloh.
Gumbo and a Creole. Both coming back.
Shiloh gonna come back and be fucking 20 pounds heavier. Like, damn.
What happened? I'll be like, you're only out there for 4 days. Life happened.
All right, well, that's good, man. That's good. That's it for the podcast.
Woo-woo.
We all good today. Until next time.
Until next time, good people.
All right. Later.
Later.